Rammy, the shepherd, loved his cattle. He used to take them for their daily walks up the mountain. One such clumsy morning, he thought of playing a prank on the villagers nearby. He shouted "Wolf" and cried for help. His voice echoed across the hills. Suddenly, a few locals from the village nearby turned up. Rammy burst out into laughter. The villagers, angry at his prank and mischief, walked away. But danger awaited him next day. It was a sunny morning, and Rammy had come up the hill as usual. After an hour, suddenly, there was a panic among the sheep. A wolf had indeed turned up that day to Rammy's dismay. Rammy, terrified, started shouting for help, but none responded this time. Rammy ran for his life. Having learned his lesson, lying can invite even more trouble. It was a hot summer day. Coo, a thirsty crow, was looking for water everywhere. Finally, he found a pitcher. But to his dismay, there was little water in it. Though the pitcher was high enough and Coo had a narrow neck, still he failed to drink from it. Coo was about to give up when an idea struck him. Picking up some small pebbles lying around, he dropped them into the pitcher one by one. With each pebble, the water rose a little higher until at last it was near enough to the brim. Coo smiled to himself and happily quenched his thirst. Jim, the dog, was loitering around for quite a while for food, and it indeed turned out to be a lucky day for him. Jim finally found a piece of bone to his surprise, lying nearby on the ground. He immediately picked it up to hurry back home so that he can relish his food in peace. As Jim was crossing a narrow footbridge, he happened to look down at the stream below and saw his own reflection on the silent, clear water. Without giving it much thought, Jim barked at the dog in the river, dropping his bone in the process. He realized his mistake and learned his lesson. It is very foolish to be greedy. Sly, the fox, and Petty, the stork, were on visiting terms and seemed very good friends. Sly invited Petty to dinner one day. But for a joke, put nothing before her but some soup in a very shallow dish. Sly easily lapped up the soup to his heart's content. But Petty could only wet the end of her long bill in it. "I am sorry," said Sly. "The soup is probably not in your fate." "No need for apologies," said Petty. "I hope you will return this visit and come and dine with me tomorrow." Sly accepted the invitation and headed for Petty's place the next day. When they were seated at table, Sly found that the dinner was contained in a very long-necked jar with a narrow mouth, in which he could not insert his snout. As Petty finished her meal, Sly sat there starving. He indeed learnt his lesson the hard way. One bad turn deserves another.